Hello, our dear students. Hello, 7th graders. This is English classroom again. My name is Tanja Radošević. This is class number 9. And today we are going to talk about how things happen. You know that, and they lived happily ever after. Again, welcome to our English TV classroom. Join us. It's gonna be a fun ride. So you know Greg and Annie are here with you again. And of course Greg says, let's check our homework first. And Annie of course agrees. So it was about conditionals. You've got only 3 slides. So the first slide represents zero conditional. That means, for example, law of physics. Dakle, nulti ili zero kondicional predstavlja takvu vrstu uslova koja se neminovno ispunjava, dakle maltene kao fizički zakoni. Upravo zbog toga i u if rečenicama i u nezavisnim glavnim rečenicama imate isto vreme, present simple tense. So it is something that is very logical and it is something that is almost a law of physics. 1. If I wake up late, I am late for work. So this is how it works. If one thing happens, if a condition in if sentence is fulfilled, then in the main sentence, in the main clause, it looks like I am late for work. This is the consequence. Dakle, ovo je posljedica uslova koji je postavljen u if rečenici. If I listen, if I speak, if I read, if I write, if I think in my classes, I learn a lot. Ovo vam je isto svojevrsni zakon. Znači, if I listen or speak or read or write or think in my classes, I learn a lot. Vidite ovdje sliku mobilka, također da biste proverili domaći, ukoliko vam je tako lakše, možete naravno i da ga uslikate. Ovaj slajd naredna 2. If children don't eat well, they aren't healthy. So this is really like a physical law. Koliko deca ne jedu dobro, neće da budu zdrava. Čuli ste to sigurno 1000 puta tokom svog odrastanja. If you mix water and electricity, you get a shock. Don't do this. Like, never do this. If you heat ice, it melts. Koliko zagrevate led, on se topi. So this is a physical law, zero conditional. First conditional. If we go on holiday this summer, we will not go to Spain. If we go on holiday anywhere this summer. But guys, so these are conditions that are realistic. Znači, ovo su uslovi koji su realni. Ovo su stvari koje se odnose na sadašnjost ili budućnost. I ukoliko se nešto dešava, ukoliko se ispunjava uslov koji je dat u if rečenici, tada glavna rečenica ima logičnu posljedicu iste. Dakle, ovo su realne okolnosti. O tome priča prvi kondicional. If we go on holiday this summer, we will not go to Spain. Znači, future tense, future simple. U glavnoj rečenici. U if rečenici, present simple. Ok? Znači, to je pravilo apsolutno uvek u prvom kondicionalu. If I don't go to bed early, I will be tired tomorrow. Of course, this is just pure logic. If we eat all this cake, we will feel sick. This is also pure logic. If I listen or speak or read, sorry, this is a mistake. I'm missing E. Write, think in my next class, I will learn a lot. I will. He won't get a better job if he doesn't pass that exam. It is also pure logic. Second conditional. This is something unrealistic. Drugi kondicional se obično odnosi na neki nemogući uslov u sadašnjosti ili u prošlosti, ali to je ono što sam ja ranije nazivala šbbkbb, odnosno šta bi bilo kad bi bilo, odnosno šta bi bilo kad bi se nešto možda desilo, ali to nema šanse da se desi, tipa if I were you, a ja naravno nikad neću da budem ti i niko od nas ne može da postane neko drugi, dakle samim tim je već to nerealno, ali to su situacije u kojima izražavate neku vrstu žaljenja, neku vrstu želje, nečega što nije moglo da se ostvari zbog nečeg drugog i tako dalje. So, it goes like this. If I listened, if I spoke, dakle u rečenici past simple. If I listened, if I spoke, if I read, if I wrote, if I thought in my classes, I would learn a lot about conditionals. This is true. But it is up to me. So if I listened, I would learn. Da sam slušao, da sam slušala, da sam pričala, da sam čitala, da sam pisala, da sam razmišljala na časovima, mnogo bih naučila o kondicionalima. So, it is up to you. If you listen, speak, read, write, or think, you will learn a lot about conditionals. But if you listened, if you spoke, if you read, if you wrote, you would learn a lot about conditionals. She would be happier if she had more friends, but she doesn't have more friends. So it's not possible for her to be happy at the moment. We would come to dinner if we had time, but we don't have time, so it's impossible. She would call him if she had his number, but she doesn't have his number. So that's the problem with second conditional. It's impossible. It's unrealistic. She would pass the exam if she studied more, but she didn't study more. So that was the problem. Okay, guys. Now about today's lesson. You remember when we started, I said, and they lived happily ever after. Where do we use that? Where did you hear that? Of course, in fairy tales. Dakle, ovo je ono što je obično predstavlja kraj bajki. They lived happily ever after. So for classic fairy tales, and they live happily ever after, is the most popular ending. Here's the pattern. The story opens with, ovo vam je sigurno poznato, once upon a time, nekada davno. Then the characters are introduced and they get into various adventures and troubles, and finally their troubles are resolved, their adventure ends in success because it's a happy story, and they live happily ever after. Look at this word, happily. Of course, it's underlined, so Greg asks, why is happily underlined? Underlined, podvučeno. Any? Because it's an adverb. Adverb? Guys, do you remember what an adverb is? Prilog. Prilog. Ok? To ste učili na srpskom, to je vrsta reči, učili ste i na engleskom ranije, vrsta reči koja bolje opisuje radnju, stanje, zbivanje, glagole, najčešće. Vidjet ćemo kasnije šta sve još mogu da opisuju adverbs. So, what are adverbs? What's that? Annie will explain. An adverb is a word used to tell more about a verb, more about action, and it almost always answers the question how something happened, when something happened, where something happened, how often did it happen, and in what way. Kako, gde, kada, koliko često, na koji način se neka radnja dešavala. Ući ćemo mnogo više detalja kasnije, za sad mi je najvažnije jeste to da obratite pažnju na to šta zapravo rade prilozi. Oni govore više o nekoj akciji, o nekoj radnji, o nekom glagolu, pokretu, onom što se dešava i uvek odgovara na pitanja koje smo malo prepomenuli. Kako, kada, gde, koliko često, na koji način. Tako da reči kao što su words like slowly, loudly, carefully, quickly, quietly, or sadly are all adverbs. Slowly, loudly, carefully, quickly, quietly, sadly. Primetite da se uglavnom završavaju na ly. Čitamo to kao li. So, not always, but usually. Most adverbs are formed by adding ly or li to the end of an adjective. Adjective, pridev, on više opisuje imenice ili zamjenice. Slow, loud, happy. Happy girl. She is a happy girl. Pridev. She looks happily. Kako izgleda? She talks happily. Kako priča? Na koji način? Znači, happily je prilog za način jer opisuje radnju, način na koji ona priča. Ali ako je ona ta koja je srećna, ako opisujemo nju, dakle opisujemo osobu, imenicu, subjekat, to je onda pridev. Annie will explain this. So, adverbs in a sentence. Znači, najčešće se prilozi grade tako što se na prideve, kao što je slow, loud, happy, stavlja nastavak ly, odnosno li. Slow, slowly, loud, loudly, happy, happily. Gledajte primjer. How did the man walk? The man walked slowly. This man is slow. Opisujemo da je on spor. To je onda pridev. Međutim, način na koji on hoda, slowly, to je prilog. Jer opisujemo način na koji hoda, a ne njega. Ne znači da je on spor ako hoda sporo. Možda misli brzo. Možda brzo kuca. Možda brzo misli. Možda brzo priča. Ali hoda sporo. Kako on hoda? Slowly. Možete da kažete da je on he's slow. To također u slengu znači nešto drugo. Da je malo manje inteligentan. He's rather slow. To kad želite da kažete da neko nije baš inteligentan, ali ne želite baš mnogo da ga uvredite. How did the dogs bark? Kako su psi lajali? The dogs barked loudly. So, I'm a loud person. Ja sam glasna osoba. Loud person. Stoji ispred imenice. Dakle, pridev. Ali ovdje, the dogs barked loudly opisuje način na koji su psi lajali. Radnju. Loudly. Prilog. Ok? Mislim da je sad jasno što je pridev, što je prilog. Još ćemo o tome da pričam. Form of adverbs. Dakle, pomenuli smo adjective plus ly. Tako se grade prilozi. Imate ovdje primjere. Pridev u levoj koloni, u desnoj prilog. Adjective or adverb. Dangerous, dangerously. Careful, carefully. Nice, nicely. Horrible, horribly. Easy, easily. Electronic, electronically. Znači, ovo se ne čita electronically, nego electronically. Irregular forms. Imamo i nepravilne oblike. Nepravilne naravno znači da se uče na pamet. Šta da vam kažem? Neke stvari tako moraju. So, adjective good postaje adverb well. Adjective fast ostaje isti. Adjective hard ostaje isti. Dakle, ovo učite na pamet, nema mnogo. Good, well, fast, fast, hard, hard. Ok? Moving on. If the adjective ends in y, change y to I, and then add ly. Da li je komplikovano? Uopšte nije. Dakle, happy se već završava na y, onda stavimo i, pa dodamo l i y, odnosno izbacimo y, dodamo I, ly. Happily. But, shy, shyly. Ne menjamo ništa. If the adjective ends in le, the adverb ends in ly. Terrible, terribly. Dakle, samo se ovdje menja e u y, odnosno e goes into y. If the adjective ends in e, then add ly. Safe, safely. Samo se dodaje. This is really easy. I know you already know this, but it's good to have this as one picture. You can take a picture of this slide as well. Now, not all the words ending in ly are adverbs. Postoje reči koje se sasvim slučajno završavaju na ly, ali nisu prilozi. Naprimjer, pridevi, adjectives. Friendly, silly, lonely, ugly. Ugly girl. To je pridev. Ali prosto završava se na ly. Friendly person. Prijateljski nastrojena osoba. Friendly person. Pridev. Silly person. Pridev. Lonely girl. Pridev. Međutim, završava se na ly. Samo obratite pažnju. Nouns. Imenice. Bully. Italy. Evo, i Italy se završava na ly, pa nije pridev. Pa nije prilog. Melancholy. Verbs, ima čak i glagola. Apply, rely, supply. So, there is no adverb for an adjective ending in ly. Ok? Dakle, za one koji se završavaju na ly ne postoji oblik u kom možemo reći da se to pretvara u prilog. Greg has something to say. In the sentence, I walked to school, you could insert, ubaciti, an adverb to say, I walked carefully to school. Dakle, u rečenici I walked to school, u kojoj imate samo subjekat, predikat i lokaciju, adverbial, ubacite carefully, ubacite adverb. Da biste opisali bliže način na koji se neka radnja dešavala, znači da biste bliže opisali tu radnju. I walked carefully to school, or I walked happily to school. The adverb is modifying the verb to describe an action. Dakle, prilozi služe da modifikuju glagol, da ga bliže opišu, da ga pojasne, da mu dodaju neki drugi ton. Nisu oni tu stvoreni da bi nas nervirali, da bismo ih učili napamet, da bismo učili pravila. Stvoreni su da stvari prikažu malo drugačije, da modifikuju situaciju, da je pobliže opišu, da nam bude jasnije, da možemo da osetimo situaciju, atmosferu, da možemo bliže da se identifikujemo s nekom radnjom, kako ona činjena, kako je rađena. If you add to that sentence to say, I walked very happily to school, u tom slučaju s ovim very, što je isto prilog, you modify the adverb. Modifikujete već ovaj happily, koji je već modifikuje glagol. Ovo sad može deluje komplikovano, ali uopšte nije. Dakle, u rečenicu I walked to school ubacite I walked happily to school. Znači, dodali ste prilog da pobliže objasni glagol. Da pobliže objasni na koji način ste šetali. Ali ako dodate very happily, samo ste ga naglasili. I time ste modifikovali ovaj happily. Jer ovo very se odnosi na happily, ne odnosi se na school. Ili, ne znam, I walked very, to ne znači ništa. Very happily znači nešto. Veoma srećno. Types of adverbs. Ovdje smo se malo igrali i nameštali kako da vam bude ovo lakše, ali hajde da skratimo priču. Mi ćemo najviše se bavimo ovim adverbs of manner. Manner je način i primjer za to je, na primjer, quickly ili kindly. Kako se nešto dešavalo, način na koji se nešto dešavalo. To smo već imali. Adverbs of degree. Stepenovanje nečega, to je ovo sad što smo imali. Very. She's rather, na primjer, fluently talking to the public. She's rather happily working with the poor. So, adverbs of degree. Do kog stepena, do tog nešto ide. Dakle, to je nešto što pojačava već značenje samih priloga. Adverbs of frequency. Koliko često se nešto dešava. Often, sometimes, never, usually, generally, tako dalje. Adverbs of time. Now, today, yesterday, i tako dalje. Adverbs of place. Here, nowhere, there, i slično. Sve su to adverbs. Ali oni kojima se mi bavimo najviše će biti adverbs of manner, zbog toga što su oni porede kao pridevi, a to smo već radili, pa da se ne dovežemo na to. Ok? So, adverbs of manner. Adverbs of manner tell us how something happens, kako se nešto dešava. They're usually placed either after the main verb, znači ili odmah posle glagola, ili posle objekta, after the object. So, he swims well, evo posle glagola. He ran quickly. Ovo mi se logično, samo što kad kažete nekom posle glavnog glagola, to odmah stvara neku vrstu konfuzije, vrlo je jednostavno. He swims, kako pliva? Well. He ran, kako trči? Kako je trčao? Quickly. Dakle, odmah posle glagola. He plays the piano beautifully. Ovdje je posle objekta, jer piano je ovdje objekat. Direktni. He ate the chocolate cake greedily. Opet, posle direktnog objekta. Ne možete ga staviti na drugo mesto. U engleskom je strašno važan red reči, jer oni nemaju padeže, nemaju nastavke nemaju konjugacije, nemaju deklinacije. Znači, sve što oni imaju da bi se tu znalo ko šta kome radi, jeste red reči. I zbog toga je izuzetno važno gde što stoji u engleskom jeziku. Ok? Again, adverbs of manner. They must be placed. Moraju biti stavljeni. Either before the verb or at the end of the clause. He ate greedily, znači ovdje posle glagola, the chocolate cake. Pa sad to je netačno. Zašto? Imate lepo ovdje piše incorrect. Zamislite neki vrlo loš zvuk. He ate greedily the chocolate cake. Pa ne može. Kako može? He ate the chocolate cake greedily. Dakle, posle objekta, to je correct. He greedily ate the chocolate cake. I to može. U rečenicama. He gave us generously the money. Ne može. He gave us the money generously. Posle objekta, može. He generously gave us money. I to može. Ok? Greg is explaining something else. Ovdje nije važno sad da ja vama pokažem, ne znam na koliko se načina može da se iskoristi nešto što se zove prilog. Ali da znate, evo, može da opisuje i kretanje, osjećanja i zvukove i to može da bude interesantno, čisto da kad čitate u rečenicama vam bude prepoznatljivo. Energetically, he moves energetically, he moves quickly, he moves slowly, he moves rapidly, quickly. Feelings. She talks cautiously, kindly, she behaves nastily, she talks carelessly, she behaves carelessly, and so on and so on. Sound. Loudly, the dog barked loudly. She talks silently, quietly, musically, noisily, and so on and so on. Greg again says, he asked questions, so adverbs are made of adjectives plus ly, što smo već utvrdili, jel tako, osim onih nepravilnih koje smo stavili u tabelu, and she says, okay, let's revise that, Greg. Why? Why do we revise? Because you will get it then. If you revise, you will get the logic of it and you'll get it then. So the adverbs and the adjectives in English, ovo ćemo kratko da prođemo, ali moramo da prođemo. So adjectives. Pridevi, kao što sam već rekla, tell us something about a person or a thing. Opisuju osobu ili stvar. Adjectives can modify nouns, u sljedećem primjeru girl, or pronouns, u sljedećem primjeru she. A primjer je sljedeći, vidjet ćete ispod tabelu. Evo ga. Mandy is a careful girl. Careful, kao što u tabeli je navedeno i ovdje pridev. Opisuje devojku, stoji ispred imenice. Može da bude i nešto što opisuje zamenicu. She is pronoun. She is very careful. Careful ovdje opisuje she. I to je adjective. Međutim, kad imate carefully, šta se onda dešava? To je onda adverb. Adverbs tell us in what way someone does something. Na koji način neko nešto radi. Radi. Adverbs can modify verbs. Znači mogu da modifikuju glagole. Here, drive. Mandy drives carefully. Ovo carefully opisuje način na koji Mandy vozi. It can also modify adjectives or other adverbs. Aha, znači ovdje modifikuju druge priloge. She drives really carefully. Aha, dakle ovdje je really, crvenim, dakle ovdje je really ono što modifikuje ovo carefully. Znači ne samo da ona vozi pažljivo, nego zaista pažljivo. Ovo zaista je adverb koji modifikuje ove carefully, što je također adverb. Good. So, comparison of adverbs in English is very similar to comparison of adjectives in English. And you all know comparison of adjectives. So there are three forms of comparison, of course. As for adjectives, it's positive, comparative, and superlative. Comparison with ER, EST. RS, hard, harder, the hardest. So we use ER, EST with the following adverbs. With all adverbs with one syllable, znači sa jednosložnim prilozima i sa prilogom early. Pa sad vidite ovo. Fast, faster, the fastest. High, higher, the highest. Potpuno logično, kao sa pridevima. Early, earlier, earliest. Šta je razlika? Y. Koja je prešla u I, E, R. Okay? Comparison with more or most. These are all adverbs ending in ly except early. Okay? So, carefully, more carefully, the most carefully. Bilo bi vrlo komplikovano da više složene priloge poredimo sa R i S, odnosno ER i EST. Carefully, carefullier, carefulliest. To niko ne bi mogao da izgovori. Dakle, više složni prilozi, kao i pridevi, se porede pomoću more i the most. Naravno imate i irregular, šta da kažem. Well, better, best. Badly, worse, the worst. Much, more, the most. Little, less, the least. Sve vrlo slično. Far, farther, the farthest. Far further, the furthest. Ovdje je razlika American and British English. Ovo se također uči na pamet, ali uglavnom to već znate. Što još ima zanimljivo? Good and well. Ovo što je prvo bilo u prethodnoj tabeli. Well, better, the best. Vam poznato to već od negde, better, the best? Naravno, od prideva good, better, the best. Samo sad ovo nisu pridevi nego prilozi. Pa je good došlo na mesto well. Well je sada tamo gde je bilo good. Zbog toga o tome imamo nešto da kažemo. Well can be confusing because it is both the adverb form of good and the adjective that means healthy and fine. Dakle, well može da bude i pridev i prilog. Pogledajmo malo u primjeru, bit će nam lakše. My mother is well. Well je ovde pridev. It means she's healthy, she's fine. It talks about her. But he did the work well. That talks about work. So it's an adverb. Of course, we also use good as an adjective. This meal is good. Pričamo o jelu. Jelo je dobro. He can speak good German. Okay? So it's simple. It's not that complicated. Hard or hardly. Hard is both an adjective and an adverb again. The table is hard. It's meaning not soft. It can also mean difficult. Ali difficult je više kad je neko težak kao karakterna osobina. Ne možemo to reći za table. So the table is hard. Vjerojatno je tvrdog drveta. She works hard. Radi naporno. Kako ona radi? Ovo se odnosi na to kako ona radi. Dakle, na radnju, na glagol. Prema tome ima funkciju po kojoj možete odmah da shvatite da je reč o prilogu. It's an adverb. It means with a lot of effort. Hardly is also an adverb, but it means something completely different. It means almost nothing, almost none. For example, she hardly works. If you can call it work, then she works. She hardly works. She does almost no work. I've hardly any money. I have almost no money. And we're about to share homeworks. So guys, this is not complicated at all. So you choose between adjective or adverb. Every sentence has its own adjective and adverb offered. So take a picture if you think that's going to be easier for you. Send it to your teachers. You can make presentation. Do whatever makes you feel easier. Take a picture and maybe do it in PDF, in Paint. You can circle it. You can do whatever you want. Just do the homework and send it to your teacher. So John held the plate careful or carefully. Julia is a careful or carefully person. I ran quick to the station. I ran quickly to the station. And so on and so forth. And there's another slide. Again, adjective or adverb. She sang happy or happily. You sound happy or happily. I speak English well or good. Her English is well or good. You know this, guys. You really know this. And there's another one. Take a picture of it. Again, if it makes you feel easier, or stop the button on your TV if you have the option, and write it in your notebooks maybe. So, again, goodbye for now. This is goodbye from Maria and me. This is the last class. I'm gonna be your teacher, but because Maria is going to do the last one. So goodbye from me especially. Take care of yourselves, wash your hands. It's not over yet. It's still on. We're not really out of danger, so stay healthy, listen to your parents, and stay tuned, guys.